thing. So, Shannon, do you agree? Is Drummond the missing piece to the Lakers championship puzzle?
Frank Vogel said they're in a heap of trouble. A heap, a considerable amount, a large amount, an abundance, a trouble is what the NBA is in. If, now I caveat, GOAT James and Baby GOAT come back healthy, that big front line is formidable. Because we got a guy that can score better than Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee, especially at Dwight at this age. We got a guy that can rebound better than JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard at this age. We got a guy that can rim protect just as good. Big body, can bang with Yoke, can bang with Nurkic. That's what we needed. Oh, y'all like Serge, you like Zubats? Come see us. Anybody you throw at us. I've been waiting on this moment.
Wait, how about DeMarcus Cousins? Who I think might join the Clippers any minute now.
DeMarcus Cousins, first cousin, second cousin, don't matter. Y'all ain't coming to the picnic. It's over. It's everything but the shouting. I have seen the prize. My eyes on the prize now. All I'm doing is counting down days until which GOAT James is healthy, until Baby GOAT is healthy. And then we get this matchup together. This was a match made in basketball heaven. I told you this. I said, if we get that guy average giving you, hold on, he was giving us 18 and 14. Had a 30-20 game, had a 20-20 game against these very Lakers. And when LeBron went for 46, and LeBron didn't go crazy, Drummond, they would have won that game. But this is what we need is Skip. We got a guy that's going to give us plenty of second chance opportunities. He can protect the rim, and he's a scorer. We give the ball down to him, he can go get a shot. LaMarcus Aldridge is only good against the Lakers. You seen that he had one good game this year, and that was the game that he came back against the Lakers. That's it. Giving you 4 rebounds a game, really? Laughing at you. I'm laughing at you because I know what's about to happen now. Now, we got to clear these protocols. You know, he's been away from, last game was February the 12th. So we need to know, I don't need to know. I know where the league needs to know. Where have you been? What have you been doing? Have you traveled out of the country? All that.
Yeah.
Skip. Say it with me. 2021 NBA champs.
Yeah. Really? So, are you ready to give me the field versus the Lakers?
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
No.
You just said that's the missing piece to the championship puzzle.
Hold on, Skip. You done got 2 teams. I ain't got but one team. You trying to take the Nets in the East and the Clippers in the West. You get one team.
Well, there are 2 conferences.
No,
right?
you don't get that.
So I've got Clippers over Nets in the final, and I'm sticking to it. I said it from the start. As soon as the Harden trade was made, kaboom, I said, I got this.
No, you don't got this. Like you always tell me, you don't got this.
So help me out here. More valuable player right now, LaMarcus Aldridge or Andre Drummond?
Andre Drummond.
In a vacuum, not to the Lakers.
Andre Drummond is a better player right now than LaMarcus Aldridge.
I know LaMarcus Aldridge. He just quit on the Spurs because they quit on him this year, so he wasn't even trying to play because he knew he was going to be a buyout candidate. It's what would have happened if Andre Drummond had been allowed to keep playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He just gives up because he's like, I'm out of here anyway.
No, Andre Drummond was playing, Skip. He was giving you 20. He was giving you 18 and 14.
Okay, but they shut him down.
Yes.
Okay. LaMarcus Aldridge is a better basketball player than Andre Drummond. He's a much better scorer. Listen, when LaMarcus Aldridge gets going from about 15 feet, he is absolutely lethal.
35.
Does Andre Drummond have that? No, he doesn't have any of that.
One guy's 35, the other guy's 28.
LaMarcus can still play at a high level, and he can rim protect much better than Andre Drummond can rim protect.
No.
I'm talking about IQ, basketball IQ. That's not what Andre Drummond can do. I will give you the rebounding, but don't underestimate LaMarcus Aldridge, he's averaged 11 and 10 rebounds in 2 different years in his career. So he can rebound at a high. Wait, one guy's 6'11", that's LaMarcus Aldridge, and 6'10" is your guy, Andre Drummond.
Skip, you talking about your guys average 1 year average 10, and the other year he averaged 11. My guy's averaging 13 for a career.
Yeah, but my guy can rim protect. Or my old guy, he's not my guy anymore.
And Pop gave up on him. Why did he do that?
Because they had to go young. But we're talking about 6'11" versus 6'10". Wow. And now, here we go. This is what I love about this. I first guessed this, so I was out ahead of it as usual. I told you, Andre Drummond is not that dude. He's not that guy. He's never been in the spotlight before, and now you are proclaiming him your savior. Laker Nation has been trending on Twitter for days about Andre Drummond. We got Andre. He's our savior. I pity the guy. I feel so sorry for this guy because there's no way he's going to be able to live up to what you proclaim him to be, the savior. If you told me a month ago, 3 months ago, that all of a sudden Andre Drummond was going to be the savior of the Lakers, I would have LOL'd right in your face.
Go back and check my tweet. I tweeted when they played him. If the Lakers had Andre Drummond, it'd be over.
Okay.
And it's over.
Well, if it's over, give me the field.
No.
Why not?
No.
Because you don't trust it's over.
No.
So I want everybody to just let this sink in, that Andre Drummond has played in the shadows of this league for years. He's 27 years of age now. He's played in 8 playoff games, all for the Detroit Pistons. And in those games, he was 20 of 55 from the free throw line. Think about that. 20 of 55. He missed 35 free throws?
Yeah.
35 free throws in playoff games?
Okay, it happened.
This is your savior? This is the guy you trust? He shot 36% in those 8 playoff games, and I won't even mention the one NCAA tournament game that he played in and lost and scored 2 points.
So did LaMarcus Aldridge lead Texas to the national championship?
We're talking about the guy you got. This is the guy you said you're
You got LaMarcus Aldridge, but you're talking about him like he Tim Duncan.
Okay, LaMarcus Aldridge is now a backup for the Brooklyn Nets.
That's what he should
along with
be.
Blake Griffin.
He should be a backup to the backup.
And it's funny to me that both Blake and LaMarcus just said, no, we don't want to play for LeBron or with LeBron. We want to go to Brooklyn.
But you see what you did?
Brooklyn.
But hold on. But see what you did? But you make it seem like, did they want to go there before KD, James Harden, and Kyrie? They never said that. But hold on. Andre Drummond says, I want to play with LeBron and AD. AD says, I want to play with LeBron. But you got Kevin Love says, I want to play with LeBron. See, all you do is take the ones that don't go with LeBron and then
it's a flood of those.
What about those? Hold on. What about
Kawhi? What about Paul George? What about Jimmy Butler? All of them said no to LeBron.
KD said no to Kawhi. Kyrie said no to Kawhi. Jimmy Butler said no to Kawhi. Okay, so what?
Well, they were already, their spots were filled. They had their 2 superstars.
No. Before he got Paul George, the report says he reached out to KD. He reached out to Kyrie. He reached out to Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Paul George wasn't even second.
So,
he was 4th.
Andre Drummond is a career 47% free throw shooter. So good luck to you if you're going to rely on him down the stretch of close games, because now you got double jeopardy. You got a LeBron, who we know is never clutch at the late game free throw line, and you got a guy who will be hack a Drummond. You cannot play him down the stretch because he cannot make his free throws.
We'll see. You keep to see this is why a lot of teams fail. Because you look at a guy and says what he can't do, as opposed to telling you what can he do. He can rebound, he can score, he can defend the rim.
Okay.
That's what he can do.
So all he's done is play for bad teams in his career, and all he's doing this year for the Cleveland Cavaliers is, would you believe his usage rate, Andre Drummond's usage rate, is 31%? That's only a tick off your guy's usage rate. LeBron's at 32%. Guess what? When he posts up, the ball goes into him, it is going up.
Yeah,
because that's what he does. So would you believe that his 13.9% of post-ups, of all your offensive possessions of the Cavaliers this year, that's 14% of post-ups go to Andre Drummond. That's 3rd in the NBA among post-up players. Would you believe he's scoring less than 1 point? It's 0.83 on all those post-ups. That's the 2nd worst of 31 post-up players that with at least 100 post-ups, okay? So it's showing you high usage rate, high shot probability when you post him up, and low scoring probability. That's a lethal combination, and that's the guy you just added?
I want to know on the Cavaliers, who is the equivalent of LeBron James and Anthony Davis?
I don't know. I guess they better bring out the best in him because nobody else has. Yeah. I'm not sure what the best is.
Is he an all-star? Now, let me tell you about what you got, like LaMarcus Aldridge. Your guy was so scared that C.J. McCollum and Dame Lillard was going to take his place. He went guess where he went? To San Antonio, because he wanted to be the man, because Dame Lillard was the man. He didn't want to play with C.J. and Dame.
Did the Lakers want him?
Whoa.
Yes.
Hold on.
They tried their damnedest to get him.
Time out.
He was the prize of that whole free agent period.
He was. But he didn't want to be the share the spotlight with Kobe. Okay. So he took his butt to San Antonio thinking he was going to be the man. And little did he know they already had a man that didn't know he was the man that later became the man, which was Kawhi. And guess what? He never lived up to what Pop thought. He started out in Pop's doghouse, Skip. You remember the first year he was in Pop's doghouse. And his last year there, he was in Pop's doghouse. But that's the guy that you pinning your hopes on.
Will you take him over Mr. 0-8 in the playoffs?
Whoa.
Yes.
You know what? I'm glad you said that.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. When Andre Drummond went 0-8 in the playoffs, was he the 1 seed or the 8 seed? He was the exact same seed that I know a guy, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, was the 8 seed when he ran up against the Celtics.
Wait, am I getting this straight? You're now saying that Andre Drummond is better than Michael Jordan?
See what you did? You said that he went 0-8 in the playoffs. When Michael Jordan was the 8 seed against the Boston Celtics, he went 0-3 and 0-3.
I want all of our viewers to let this sink in. This man is saying
No, I didn't.
He
That's
is
not what I
the
said.
last piece of the championship puzzle, and he is equal to Jordan.
No, I
That's
didn't
what
say
we
nothing
just
about
said.
equal to-
Yes.
Skip, hold on.
You are so over the top
Skip.
right now. You have proclaimed him your savior. You have.
Skip.
And I pity this man.
That's not what. See what you did.
Oh.
What you try to do is try to
No,
flip my words.
I'm echoing you.
No.
I'm parroting you.
LeBron in 2016, the Cleveland Cavaliers were the 1 seed. The Detroit Pistons were the 8 seed. That was LeBron. In the four
I
years,
watched every dribble of all those games. I can't even remember Andre Drummond playing in the games.
Skip.
I can't.
they won the championship that year. The Cavaliers did, and then he went against the number 1 seed Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis. So tell me how they was. I mean, you make it seem like he was the 2 seed and they got swept. He was not. A lot of 8 seeds get swept. So don't do that, Skip. Don't do that.
I am doing it. And are you telling me that he's a better pickup than Rondo was for the Clippers?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Rondo's the new quarterback. He is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Clippers. He will change the face of the Clippers because he is the point guard they have never had through this regime.
Exactly. But and he also the guy that's going to ruffle some feathers, especially Kawhi, because we know he's soft.
In a good way.
You know, in no good way. You remember that's what San Antonio thought. Tony Parker thought he was giving him.
He did.
Now you sided with Kawhi. Now you said Tony Parker when he said that his quad was 1,000 times worse. You was on Tony Parker's side.
Well, I'm still on Tony Parker's side because they weren't trying to motivate him. They were just saying, "What are you doing?"
They were trying to motivate him.
And they had a closed-door meeting, and he just sat there and wouldn't respond.
Yes.
So Tony Parker went out and told one of the local TV stations, "My quad is 100 times worse."
Yes.
And it was. He tore his quad.
Yes.
Kawhi had some weird thigh bruise.
That you forgave him. So
bruise.
what about Paul George? When he started hitting the backboard, side of the backboard, when he's not doing what he's supposed to and Rondo calls him out.
Yeah, watch what happens. Rondo will shape him up. You know and I know, here they come. And what did Doc say after the game? The ex-Clippers coach, after he watched the Clippers just demolish what's left of the Sixers right now without Embiid.
They should have without Embiid, okay?
He said they're playing even better defense than they did last year. And I've been trying to tell you, over the last 10 games, they have really come together
Skip,
on
who
defense.
they beat? Who they beat?
Well, they're just rolling. through the field.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rolling teams that aren't very good. But in clutch situations, how are they doing in clutch situations? The last 5 minutes of the ball game. Who's one of the worst teams in the NBA in clutch possessions, Skip?
As Doc said, now they have somebody to set the table where Kawhi doesn't have to dribble into a shot or Paul George have to say, "Oh, you mean it's my turn? I got to dribble and create my own shot?"
They had people, Paul George had guys, Russ could set the table. Yeah, but what Paul George...
Russ sets his own table.
Hold on.
Period.
You didn't say anything about that when Russ had a 44-point night and Paul George gave you 5?
No.
Had a spade hand.
Shannon,
4 and a possible.
He
done. Got 5.
You're in such trouble.
No, we're not.
You're not going to get out of the West, and even if you did, you're not going to get out of the
No. Even if we do, LeBron James coming back. Go, come later.
I'll give you the Lakers, and I'll take the field right now for 10 cases.
No.
I'll do 20 cases.
Well, I tell you what, give me the field, and you take the Nets.
No.
Oh, okay, then.
Well, you're the one who said you got the last piece to the puzzle.
No, but you got the best player on the planet. Kevin Durant is the best player on the planet. Yeah. Give me the field.
No, you're the one who set this table, so I'm just responding to you.
Skip. You told me Kevin Durant is the best player.
Take it. Put your where your mouth is. Because your mouth is not there.
We got something for you, though.
Yeah.
We got something for you in a month, and a little better than a month.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.